Hey guys, we are going to take a look at how you print something from Noodletools today. So many of you are working on your bibliographies for different research papers at the moment, and sometimes Noodletools can make it a little bit confusing on how to print. So the first thing I really want to point out is this. Please, the easiest thing to do is not print from your iPad. The way that Noodletools is set up, it's a lot simpler to just print it straight from a desktop. So there are plenty of desktop computers on campus. They're in the library, they're in the pod, there are lots of places. So if you need to print, which you will, please go to a desktop computer and log in. And so that's where we're going to start, is on the login. So you click your sign in button and you put in your stuff. And it takes you here, and then you're going to choose your project. So this is my Great Depression paper, so I'm going to click on that. Now when I get here, obviously I can go from the Works Cited button on my dashboard, or I can click on Bibliography at the top. Either one's totally fine, up to you. Now once I'm here, I'm going to scroll down and take a look, because it's important to make sure that all of the citations that I include on my bibliography I've actually used in my paper. I know in English class, one of the things that we really talked about a lot was always cite first and then make your note cards. Okay, that's really important because it means that I don't lose sources, I don't forget where they are, I can always go back and find them later. When I'm finished with my paper though, I always want to make sure that everything I've listed on my Works Cited page is something I actually used in my paper. They have to match. Okay, if you decide that something isn't there, you can actually click the delete button, but make sure you didn't use it in your paper, otherwise we have some problems, right? Now that I've checked and made sure that all of my citations are actually in my paper, I'm going to click this button over here. It says Print Export. And this is why it's so useful to actually do this on a desktop computer, okay? So I'm going to click Print Export, and it's going to give me some options. Now, what I usually choose is Word, because I'm going to need to edit this. If you like to work in Google Docs, that's always a good choice too. But I'm going to click Print Export to Word. And it's going to download a file, and I'm going to click on that file. And it's going to open it. Once it opens the file, it may give you this interesting yellow bar at the top. This is coming from a safe site. You know what this is. It's not like you're clicking on a link in an email from a person you don't know or something crazy like that. So you can click this Enable Editing button at the top. And now, oh, hold on. That looks better. Now I have my Works Cited page right here, all done. And you'll notice, so here everything is left justified, but the second line is indented. That's all of that MLA, all the MLA style rules that we talked about, all the little rules that you don't have to know because Noodletools does it for you, which is wonderful. Now you'll notice it doesn't put your name on it anywhere. You should probably put your name on things before you turn them in, right? So for English class, you're actually going to hit enter twice, and this is another reason it's so handy to do this on your actual assignment. And you're going to left justify, and you're going to put a heading on. Don't put your heading in the center. That's not where it goes. In another class, they may ask you to put your heading on the right, and that's totally fine. Now I'm going to just note up here, you'll put your name, the date. Actually, I guess it won't be Naylor anymore. It'll be Phillipson. And then your class period, right? So once you've done that, we're actually going to print, and I'll show you how to do that next. I had to adjust my screen a little bit, but up here is a button that says File. You're going to click on that. It's going to give me a bunch of options, and I'm going to choose Print. I'd have to think for a second. Now make sure you're only printing one copy. Make sure the printer is the one that's there next to you. Now this is the desktop printer, not the iPad printer. Okay. Look at your assignment. Make sure it looks like you want it to. Make sure your heading's on it. Make sure you print the whole thing. Okay. And then you'll just click Print, and you'll hear it print in my room. Buzz, there it goes. So that's pretty simple. Again, my big recommendations are print from a desktop. It's about 1,000,000 times easier. Always make sure you put your name on it. And again, just make sure you take care of it before class. That's always a really, really important thing, okay? Good luck, guys!